So I'm about 300 feet below the old city of Jerusalem today in what's known as the Tomb of the Kings, or Ezekiel's Cave. It's also been called King Solomon's Quarry. The stone out of these caves was apparently quarried to create the first temple. Now, these caves go on for more than 9,000 meters under the old city of Jerusalem. And I am the only person here today, which is pretty fabulous. Of course, a number of tourists coming through Jerusalem has declined terribly because of the war. But one of the side benefits of that is that many of these historical sites, if I come to see them, I'm the only person here. So this, you hear the water back behind me dripping. They call that Zedekiah's tears, because they say that King Zedekiah fled through these tunnels during the destruction of the first temple in 586 BC by the Chaldeans. And so they say that the water coming down through those cracks in the ceiling is from King Zedekiah. Now I'm going to go down this way. This is a big loop that comes down here. You can pay 25 shekels and come in to see this yourself. This cave system lay unknown for more than 300 years, because when Suleiman, the Turkish Suleiman that rebuilt the walls of Jerusalem, was in the process of doing that, he blocked off this cave because he didn't want any of his enemies to be able to come in here and get into Jerusalem through the caves. Now, they have probably not found all of the caves that are down here. There are still operations going on from time to time, doing archaeological digs down here and such like. But it is absolutely fascinating to come in here, and you can see on the walls where they actually carved out stones that were probably used in the that were probably used in the construction of the temple. Now, there is some graffiti on the ceilings here. There's one there that says 1881 up there. I don't know if that's actually from 1881 or not, but there's a lot of different places where people have used lighters or fire to burn graffiti into the ceiling. Now I'm going to go down here a little bit further. This is as far as I can go, but the cave continues much, much further. So if you look back there, you can see the cave goes way back that direction. And then if you look over here, you can see those holes back there where the cave continues and is not lit. But 9,000 meters under here is, 9 kilometers of tunnels. That's a lot. So obviously they're not going to open all of them up for tours, or people will get lost down here. There are a lot of legends and myths about the things that were done down here or that might be hidden down here. They say the Knights Templars could have hidden their treasure down here. And there were a lot of people buried down here, going all the way back for centuries. Now, like I said, this place was, forgotten for 300 years after Suleiman covered it up. But it was, ironically enough, rediscovered by an old dog. The dog fell into a hole And when they went to retrieve it, they found these caves. And so they started clearing them back out in like the 1880s and did a lot of archaeological digging down here. I'm actually in an amphitheater here right now. This is a very large underground room where they sometimes hold events because the acoustics in here are supposedly just amazing. Their emergency exit over that way. Just fascinating stuff. I guess they didn't open this back up for tourists until like 1983 or something like that. But as you can see, they've got it all lit for at least the parts that you can visit. And when we come on our trip to Israel, this is one of the places that I would like to be able to take people. And so it's going to be an amazing trip. Here's another very big room with lots and lots of rubble in it. And so who knows what's under all this rubble. Again, there are areas back off in there where it goes much deeper in here. I wish that I could just come in here with a hard hat and a flashlight and go scampering around and exploring this place. How amazing it must have been to be a part of that first group that came in here back in the 1880s and started to re-explore this place. Just fascinating. It does take a little stamina because there are, probably a couple hundred stairs here that you come down, going down into the thing and then come back out. The door to this place is in the, I guess that would be the eastern wall of the old city, which is the Arab quarter. And again, nobody here. Right now, this place is empty. I'm coming back up to the entrance now. There's still more areas down there that are not open for exploration. But this sign here says, Zedekiah's cave was a small natural cave until the Second Temple period, when it was enlarged into a huge subterranean stone quarry extending under the houses of the old city. This quarry supplied the stone for many magnificent buildings in Jerusalem. According to common belief, it was used to construct the first temple, hence the nickname King Solomon's Quarries. The cave, a source for many legends among Christians, Jews, and Muslims, had acquired an atmosphere of mystery until the mid-19th century, when it was first rediscovered and explored. After the reunification of Jerusalem in 1967, the cave was reopened to the public by the municipality of Jerusalem. It was reopened to the public in 1985 by the Jerusalem Foundation through a generous gift of some people from Zurich. Work was carried out in the East Jerusalem Development Company according to plans designed by Nahum Meltzer. So that's what it says. Really interesting stuff. I highly recommend you come see it if you ever get over here. Thanks for watching.